Hello friends, welcome to Abhinav Goswami Law Classes. So friends, in this video, we are going to discuss section 5 of Indian Contract Act, a very important provision. So friends, this section 5 is interrelated to section 4, which we have already done in the previous video. So friends, if you have not watched that video, please go and watch that video first. Only then you will be able to understand this video. So friends, let's start with our discussion for today. So friends, section 5 of Indian Contract Act is very simple if you have understood, if you are able to understand section 4. So friends, when we were discussing section 4, I told you that communication of proposal is complete when that proposal comes to the knowledge of the other person to whom that proposal is made. So A, if there are two parties, A and B, if A is making a proposal and he is communicating that proposal to B, then the proposal will only be completed when this communication reaches B and B becomes aware of it and B has knowledge of it. Only then a proposal will said to be, a communication of proposal is said to be complete. And what was the rule regarding acceptances, friend? As far as acceptance is concerned, there were two different categories of rule, that A and B. A is the proposer here. A has made the proposal. So now B has become aware of it. Communication of proposal is complete. But now it is for the B to accept it, right? So as far as the rules regarding acceptance was concerned, if B is thinking of admitting this proposal, then when he writes that acceptance into a letter, then as soon as he posts that letter, he puts that letter into transmission, the acceptance is complete as against the proposer. So as soon as that letter is posted, as soon as that letter is put into transmission to be delivered to A, the acceptance is complete as far as A is concerned, as far as the proposer is concerned. But the acceptance is not complete, the communication of acceptance is not complete as far as B is concerned. So for B, this acceptance of communication of acceptance will only become complete when this letter actually reaches A and he has knowledge of it. Okay, friends. So there are two different stages in which communication of acceptance becomes complete. For proposer, it becomes complete as soon as it is put into transmission. But as against the acceptor, it becomes complete only when the proposer has the knowledge of it. Okay, friends. So this was a quick recap of section 4. Now come to section 5. Section 5 reads revocation of proposals and acceptances. So section 5, the main area of section 5 will be, we will be discussing what is the manner and what is the time span in which these proposals and acceptance can be revoked. We have already understood what is meant by revocation. Revocation is a thing when a particular person wants to take back his proposal. He do not wants to continue with his proposal or acceptance. That is called revocation. A proposal may be revoked at any time before the communication of its acceptance is complete as against the proposer, but not afterwards. Okay, so if A is making a proposal, the communication becomes complete when B becomes aware of it, right? This was the simple rule as regards proposal. So if A has made a proposal and in future there is a change of mind, he do not want to continue with his proposal for whatever reason, then if he wants to revoke this proposal, he has to revoke it before the person B becomes aware of it, has knowledge of it. So for example, if on 1st of January A has made a particular proposal by post, okay, by post to B, he has put that post into transmission, and for example this letter is expected to be delivered to B on 3rd of February. So if A wants to revoke this proposal, he has to revoke that proposal before 3rd of January, because on 3rd of January the communication of proposal will become complete, and after that it will no longer be open for A to revoke it. He can revoke it only prior to 3rd of January. So what he can do? He can choose a more speed, a way which is more expeditious, which can reach B earlier than the proposal. For example, if he has posted the proposal in a letter, then he can email. Then this person A can email his revocation to B, so that this proposal when when that proposal reaches the B, the B has the knowledge that this has already been revoked. Okay, friends. So what is the simple rule provided by section 5 as far as revocation of proposal is concerned? That a proposal can only be revoked before it reaches the acceptor. So once it reaches the other party, it can no longer be revoked. This is the simple rule. Now come to acceptance. And acceptance may be revoked at any time before the communication of the acceptance is complete as against the acceptor, but not afterwards. So friends, this is very clear. I hope you must be understanding this. Only a proposer will, a proposer, a person who has proposed something, he will be revoking a proposal. Obviously, he is the one who has made the proposal. Same goes with the acceptor. So if the acceptance will only be revoked by the acceptor, proposer has nothing to do with this. So as far as the acceptances are concerned, if the acceptor wants to revoke his acceptance, for example, a proposal was made by A to B, B was happy with it, he accepted this his proposal and he posted the letter, right? But in future, if there is a change of mind for whatever reason, and B does not want to continue with his acceptance, and if he wants to revoke his acceptance, then what he can do? He has to revoke his acceptance before the letter reaches A, because as per the rules of communication of acceptance as per section 4, we came to know that there are two rules of communication of acceptances. First rule was in regard to the proposer, second rule was in regard to the acceptor. As regards the rule of as proposer was concerned, as soon as that letter is put into transmission, communication of acceptance was complete as against proposer. But as far as the acceptor was concerned, the communication became complete only when the letter actually reached A. So in this case, as acceptor is the one who is revoking the acceptance, so this communication will only become complete when the letter actually reaches A. Only putting that letter into transmission is completion of acceptance, communication of acceptance only for proposer, not for acceptor. For acceptor, the acceptance will become binding only when the letter actually reaches A. So if he wants to revoke his acceptance, he can do so before the letter reaches A, the proposer. If the letter has reached A already, then B has no option to revoke that acceptance. Okay. So what was the rule, friends? If the proposer wants to revoke his proposal, he can do so before the proposal actually reaches the acceptor, B. And same goes with B. If the acceptor wants to revoke his acceptance, he has to do so before the letter of acceptance reaches A. Because as far as the rule of acceptance, communication of acceptance as far as acceptor is concerned, it becomes complete only when the letter actually reaches the proposer. Okay. So this was the rule provided by revocation of proposals and acceptance provided by section 5. Now look at a few illustrations. A proposes by a letter sent by post to sell his house to B. So this is the proposal. A has proposed by a letter sent by post to sell his house to B. A has said, for example, that I am selling this my house for 5 lakh rupees. So this is the proposal, and he has made this proposal to B. B accepts the proposal by a letter sent by post. B is like, okay, I am happy with the proposal, I am accepting it. So A may revoke his proposal at any time before or at the moment when B posts his letter of acceptance, but not afterwards. So this is very important. So A has the option. A, when he made the proposal that I am selling my house for 5 lakh rupees, he can revoke his proposal in future, that there, for whatever reason, that he wants more money now, he wants to sell it for 7 lakhs now. So if he wants to revoke that proposal, he has to do it before the B accepts that proposal. Very important. This is the very important point that you must understand here, that it has become into the knowledge of B, that is okay. But as soon as B accepts that proposal, then it becomes an agreement, right? It becomes a promise. Then A has no option of revoking it. But friends, let me ask you one question. When and how will you know whether B has accepted it or not? You can only know that when B has posted his acceptance, when he has put his acceptance into transmission. Because as far as the proposer was concerned, the acceptance became complete as soon as the letter was put into transmission. So the basic rule is, if A wants to revoke his proposal, he has to do it before B actually posts his acceptance. If B has already posted his acceptance, put that letter of acceptance into transmission, now A cannot do that. But if B is only writing that letter of acceptance of now, or he has only reading the letter of proposal as of now, A still have the chance to revoke it. But once he posts, the acceptor posts the letter, then that right is gone. The right of revocation is gone. So I am understanding you may be a bit confused that when we were talking of revocation of proposal in the first part, we were saying that as soon as the letter reaches B, the right of revocation is complete. That is fine. We are still going by that rule of section 4. But what is the practical application? See, a lot of offers are made to thousands of people, right? But how many of them actually accept it? So you have to see whether a particular person, so as to take away this right of revocation, you have to actually see whether that proposal was actually accepted or not. And how will you see that practically? Don't go by the mind of the acceptor. Acceptor will always say that I had accepted it in my mind, but practically how will you know whether he has accepted it or not? That is why when he posts that letter, even after writing that letter, there may be change of mind. He may change his mind, he may not post it. So posting of the letter of acceptance can be the only circumstance which clearly shows that B actually wanted to accept the proposal. So this has been made the criteria for revocation, that A has the right to revoke his proposal until and unless B posts his acceptance. But as soon as he posts his acceptance, then A's right of revocation is gone, because posting of the acceptance is the stage when it becomes clear that we wanted to actually accept the proposal, and he wants to comply with that. Okay, friends, before that, it was all uncertain whether we wanted to accept it or not. So this knowledge factor, knowledge of proposal factor, is not a good law to be applied practically, because a lot of people may become aware of the proposal, but there may be no intention on their part to accept it. So in such cases, taking of revocation right of A is not a suitable law. Why will you take away this revocation right if B has no intention of accepting it? You should only be taking that revocation right when B actually wants to accept the proposal. And how will you know that? When he puts that letter into transmission. Okay, friends, this is what the practical application of the law is. This is clarified by the illustration. Now come to the second part of the illustration. B may revoke his acceptance at any time before or at the moment when the letter communicating it reaches A, but not afterwards. So friends, as far as the revocation of acceptance is complete, so acceptance is concerned, this B, the person who has accepted the proposal, he may revoke his acceptance until and unless the letter actually reaches A. So tell me, friends, why are we making a condition for revoking a proposal that B should post the letter? And why there is no such condition as far as revocation of acceptance is complete? Because, friends, proposals requires acceptance. Proposal plus acceptance becomes promise. But as soon as the person posted that letter, this proposal and acceptance has come together, right? Come together as far as the proposer is concerned. So for him, the agreement has already come into being, the promise has already come into being. It is only the acceptor for whom promise will only become binding when the letter actually reaches. So that is the reason there is no additional requirement, because for proposal the promise is complete when the letter was posted by B. it is only B whose promise is still to be completed. When the letter will reach A, the promise will be complete for B also. So that is why it has been provided that B, the acceptor, if he wants to revoke his acceptance, he can do so before the letter actually reaches A. Okay. So once the letter reaches A, once the letter of acceptance reaches A, then the promise will become complete for B also. Once the promise becomes complete, then he has no right of revoking the acceptance. That is why this is a rule. So friends, I will make a quick recap that for proposal, for revoking a proposal, the proposer can revoke his proposal until and unless B posts his letter of acceptance. Put that letter into transmission. As soon as that letter is put into transmission, his right of revocation of proposal is gone. Okay. But as far as acceptance is concerned, the acceptor has the right to revoke his acceptance until and unless that letter actually reaches the proposer. And as soon as the letter has reached the proposer, the promise as against B becomes complete, and he no longer has the right to revoke that acceptance. So friends, quite complicated, but yet very easy. It may happen that you may not understand what I was trying to say in this video for the first time. So friends, stop it, go again and watch this video again minutely. Try to focus on each and every word I am trying to say and what is the reason for it. Then you will get a clear understanding of contract law, because these topics are very practical. These laws are very, very practical. You must keep relating them to the real situations of the society. Only then you will be able to grasp it. So friends, I hope this video was helpful for you and you were able to understand the rule regarding revocation. So friends, if you want to appreciate my efforts, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you want to connect with me on Telegram, the invitation link to my Telegram group is in description to the video. And friends, even after watching this video, you want any clarification, or you still have any doubt, the priority will be that if you become a part of Telegram group and post that question there. And even if you don't want to be a part of Telegram group, just write down your query in the comment box on YouTube or on Facebook. I will try to my best to answer it and clarify all your doubts regarding this. Until then, friends, be happy, be safe. I will see you very soon. Bye bye.